Hello children, how are you today? I'm very happy to have a lesson with you. Have you had a textbook, English for grade 5 and a pen with you? Are you ready? Well, let's start Unit 20. Which one is more exciting? Life in the city or life in the countryside? Lesson 1, page number 64 and 65. Do you want to watch a video? While you're watching, I want you to focus and try to remember all the words that are mentioned. You must be ready. Now, here we go.
Big, 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 little, 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 long, 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 short, 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 clean, clean, dirty, 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 tall, 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 short, fast, slow. An elephant is big, 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 big. An ant is little, 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 little. A cat is clean, 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 clean. A pig is dirty, fast, slow. Big, 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 little, 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 long, 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 short, 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 clean, clean, dirty, 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 tall, 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 short, fast, slow.
Do you sing along? Do you like it? It's a lovely song, isn't it? Can you remember some words in the video? What kind of words are they? Correct! They are adjectives. So when do we use adjectives? Do you know? Yes, we often use adjectives to describe something, people, animals, or even places. And we also use them in comparative sentences to compare cities or towns. We will see how they work in today's lesson. Now, let's look at part 1. Look, listen, and repeat. Before we listen, let's try to answer some questions. How many pictures are there? And who are in the pictures? Yes, they are Tom and mine. Can you guess what are they talking about? Yes, they are talking about Tom's hometown. So where does Tom live? He lives in New York City. Has anyone been to New York City? I haven't been there too, but I guess New York City must be very big. Listen and repeat.
Lesson 1. Activity 1. Look, listen, and repeat. A.
Where are you going for your summer holiday, Tom?
I'm going back to my hometown.
B.
Where in the USA do you live?
In New York City.
C.
What's it like?
It's very big.
D.
Which one is bigger, New York City or Sydney?
I think New York City is.
Lesson 1.
Can you pay attention to picture D? What did Mai ask? She said, "What's New York City like?" And Tom answered, "It's big." And she has another question. Which one is bigger, New York City or Sydney? And Tom said, "I think New York City is." So These are the questions and how to answer the questions. And we will try to use these when we want to compare things. Now, let's look at part 2, point and say.
Page 64. Activity 2. Point and say.
Which one is smaller, Hwankiem Lake or West Lake? I think Hwankiem Lake is
A.
small. Hwankiem Lake. West Lake.
B.
Large. Bangtan Market. Dongswon Market.
C.
Noisy. Life in the city. Life in the countryside.
D.
Busy. Life in the city. Life in the mountains.
Okay, so now let's look at the 5 words at the bottom of the book. Remember to change the adjectives when we use them in comparative sentences. For example, big, bigger, small, smaller, large, larger. And focus on the words noisy and busy. They both end with letter Y. So we change Y into I before adding sound. So we say noisy, noisier, busy, busier. Now, try to ask and answer the questions in part 2. You have 1 minute. Here are the keys. Did you say them right? Let's look at picture A to D again. So, in part 3, let's talk. You will use the questions and answers below when you want to ask about cities or towns. Have you remembered the forms? Now, look at part 4. Listen and write. Be ready with your pen. Here we go.
Page 65. Activity 4. Listen and write. 1.
Where in Australia do you live, Tony?
I live in Sydney.
What's it like?
It's noisy.
Which one is noisier, Sydney or Nha Trang?
I think Sydney is.
2.
Where do you live, Linda?
I live in London.
What's it like?
It's large.
Which one is larger, London or Da Nang?
I think London is.
3.
Do you live in New York City, Tom?
Yes, I do.
Is it a big city?
Yes, it is. And it's busy.
Which one is busier, New York City or Dallas?
I think New York City is.
Let's check the answers again. Number 1. Tony lives in Sydney. It's noisier than Nha Trang. Number 2. Linda lives in London. It's larger than Da Nang. Number 3. Tom lives in New York. It's busier than Dallas. You did a great job, didn't you? Let's move to part 5. Read and complete. You have 1 minute to do this. You can do it. We're nearly finished. Here are the keys. Let's have a look. Let's sum up our lesson today with a song. Look at part 6. Listen and sing along. Are you ready? Let's go!
Page 65. Activity 6. Let's sing. Which one is...
Which one is bigger? New York City or Miami? I'm sure that it's New York City. Which one is busier? New York City or San Francisco? I'm sure that it's New York City. Which one is noisier? New York City or Chicago? I don't know. It may be Chicago.
Yet, let's have a quick look at our homework today. Remember the questions and answers that we have learned today using the adjectives. And don't forget to review for the upcoming end of semester test 2. Focus on the vocabulary about diseases, activities, and leisure, jobs, places, weather, and so on. The structures should be reviewed from Unit 11 to Unit 20. And please stay safe and be healthy. We will see you in the upcoming lessons. Goodbye.